Hey guys, here for another video. Today we're looking at Laci K Summers. Like every goddamn video, this is a request. Obviously, I'm not really into the space of the whole Instagram model thing, so there's some Instagram models that everyone knows of, and they're like, how'd you not know about her? I just don't really follow that type of stuff, but it definitely is eye-opening seeing all these girls make thousands upon thousands of dollars a day just looking good. It's like really, how should I say, I'm really doubting like my whole career path in life, so that's great about this whole YouTube stuff, but nonetheless, let's get into it. So Laci K Summers, I didn't really know like who she was like most people, and I figured it was good to see kind of like their background a little bit, who they are, because that's just the type of person I am. I try to, before I cast judgment on these people, I kind of like seeing their background and seeing like why they're famous. Maybe they're entrepreneurs, maybe they're actually contributing something to the world, because there are definitely some OnlyFans girls that do that. It's very rare. One example is Big Titty Goth Egg, because she's like aware of like, she knows she's making too much money for like her lifestyle. For me, like, it doesn't really make sense when someone's making thousands of dollars a day and they're not really contributing it to the people. I mean, I'm not one to tell you how to live your life, but for me, whenever I have wealth, I kind of try to spread it to as much people as possible. Kind of like King Von, right? Like, Rip King Von, he died recently. One of the reasons he was so loved on the hood, one of the reasons he could come by Chicago, nothing really bad happened to him, is because he always came back and would divide his money with the people. Like, everyone on O Block and everyone on the block kind of knew who he was. There's other people kind of like him, not as rich as him, but, you know, if you share the wealth, I think that's pretty good. So, who is Laci K Summers? A 25-year-old blonde stunner born in California and a jack of all trades, an actress, singer, swimmer, model, and sometimes cosmetic nurse. Let's be real, everyone only knows her as the Instagram model. No one knows her as an actress. I've never heard her sing, nor I don't feel like I want to hear her sing. I might give it a shot just to bash on her just for fun, because I'm a bully naturally. And sometimes cosmetic nurse, no, you're not a nurse. Get out of here. Now, according to her Facebook page, she plays piano, sings every day, and sadly bullied growing up, and is scared of the dark and pool cleaners. First of all, I don't believe that, because the next statement, she also says she loves guys that lift, have tattoos, a personality who can make me laugh. Those first two, I mean, usually if you were bullied growing up, you're kind of humbled, and you're like, you know what, I don't really care about looks depending on why you're bullied. For example, if I'm bullied because I have a big-ass head or whatever, you kind of grow up to be like, okay, I don't really care about how they look, I just care about the personality. So judging from that, I don't think so, but maybe I'm wrong. She does have an Instagram of 11 million followers, which is booming. I don't think I've seen or reviewed an Instagram model that has that many followers. Don't really know why. I mean, she is kind of like eye candy, but she isn't really anything special. Like, she has blonde hair, big tits, big ass, great. There's hundreds and millions of girls like that. She labels herself as an artist. Let's be real, no one is looking at you from your art. Everyone's looking at you because you're hot, right? I think, yeah, unless I'm wrong, someone correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, she is pretty active on that. She has a YouTube, which she does promote on her Instagram, and it's nothing too special. I was watching some of the videos, because like I said, I kind of like knowing who I'm reviewing just in general to see how they are. Like, if they're a douchebag, I'm probably gonna like roast them and tear them apart. But her vlogs aren't anything special. It's a typical white girl LA type stuff where like, oh, look at this, today we're doing a model shoot, and it's nothing like really too cool. I get the viewers, it's appealing. For me, like, I have dark humor, it's hard for me to be entertained in general. Like, it just wasn't entertaining for me. But obviously, if you guys want to see more of her, I think it is good idea, or it's a good idea to kind of see what her YouTube is. And I'll get into why very soon, why I'm telling you guys to look into all this stuff. Now, she does have her own website where you can get pictures of her. You can get a calendar of her. Please don't do that. You're going to look like a simp. If I ever go to my friend's house and, you know, he's toting AKs and he has like weed everywhere and he has bricks and stacks of money, and then I see a Laci K Summer calendar in my freaking friend's like kitchen, I'm probably going to slap him with a mag. Like, I don't know why you would buy that. Please don't do that. You get posters of her and you get a gift card for Laci K for $100 bucks. No thanks. She has a shop, which is those three things that I mentioned. She has a Spotify. Let's be real, no one cares. She has an iTunes. No one cares. YouTube. No one cares. And if you want to troll her, you can contact her. So I'm probably gonna contact her and tell her to like, you know, what do you do? I would love to know what you do to get all this money, because I would love to be part of that. But it's most likely she's eye candy, which nothing wrong with that. If you're making the bag and you're making bank, yeehaw for that. She has a Twitter, and she isn't really that active on that. I'm not too sure why. Twitter is one of the most active platforms I don't use it because I just don't like navigating through it, but I might get into it one day. But yeah, she's not too active on it, and she promotes her Snapchat and her OnlyFans in it. So let's get into her OnlyFans because I think that's the important part. So with her OnlyFans, it is $20 a month, and that is pretty pricey in my opinion. I think anything above $15 is pretty expensive. And if you're in that $15 range and up, you better be posting consistently, you better be posting quality content, and you better be posting things that actually, actually have an identity of, or correlate with your identity. So for example, if you're a porn star, right, you're obviously going to import porn into your OnlyFans, right, because that's your identity or your social media identity, and that's what you promote yourself as. Now with her, we obviously know she's seen as like a sex symbol, right? So you kind of expect to see that type of content on her OnlyFans. I will tell you guys off the bat, it is none of that. There is no nudity whatsoever on her end, and it is a pretty crappy OnlyFans. And the reason I mentioned later, like, oh, it's worth looking at your YouTube to see kind of what it is that her OnlyFans is very similar to her YouTube channel, where what she's really doing and the model she's doing is kind of like promoting herself and showing her lavish lifestyle, instead of showing kind of like the content that you probably expect to see, right? You probably would expect to see her doing rated R stuff. You probably expect to see her nude. You probably expect to see her with some boy and girl content. You probably expect to see all those type of things, but you're not really getting any of that. Now, like I said, it's $20, and she is one of those girls that if you want to get anything good, you do have to tip, you do have to give money. I don't think that's worth it, especially when your sub is $20 a month. And she doesn't even have many things, so she has 91 posts, 86 photos, and 31 videos. And let's just dive into what everything is. So the 86 photos, I would say about, like, not all 86 of them are photos of her. They're photos of her kind of like promoting, like, oh, look at what this person said. They really enjoyed my content, and then it shows their comment. Or it's telling you to renew, or it's telling her to like all your posts and you might get something free. And then the other pictures are just model shoots. It's pretty much another Instagram. Like if you were to take some Instagram photos from her, like directly from her Instagram, and put it next to the photo she has on her OnlyFans, there isn't much difference. If anything, the difference would be, suppose she has a bra on, right? And a difference in her OnlyFans is she does not have that bra on, but she's covering it with her hands, or there's like there's some type of coverage of that section, so you don't get to see anything nude, because I know that's what people want to know. I know that's what she's popular for. Obviously, no one's really gonna pay to see another Instagram, so that's a pretty bad picture. She has 31 videos, and the videos are long, but again, it's not what you would expect. So video length 17 minutes, 14 minutes, 14 minutes, 13 minutes, 9 minutes, 9 minutes, 8 minutes, 8 minutes, and then it starts whittling down to 1, 2 minutes, and a couple seconds. Now, her content of the videos, like I said, they're very similar to YouTube. In fact, if you really want to compare it to someone else, if you guys know who Blueface is, he has like his OnlyFans, and he does the whole Bad Girls Club thing. What is that, you may ask, in case you guys aren't in tune with like the hip-hop community. So what Blueface does is that he has his OnlyFans, but his OnlyFans is not really about him. He grabs like these girls, and then they do crazy rated R stuff, and there's fights and stuff. It's like, actually, I think it's actually pretty entertaining, and it'd be worth subscribing to that if you guys want to see some Jerry Springer type reality stuff that's pretty real in the hood. But she has her own version of that, which isn't rated R. It's not really hood. There is some rated R stuff, but it has nothing to do with her. For example, she'll have a group of girls, right, and they're playing Twister, and she's kind of hosting it. Again, there's no nudity on her part, but the girls that she brings in, there is nudity on their end, and that's what a lot of her videos are. It's just her showing off these other girls, and I would say only like 3 videos are rated R, but everything else is kind of like talking about the content that she is doing with that girl. So for example, Lacey K. Summers might be with like Janet Williams, and then the video is her and Janet Williams talking about the content they filmed together for 14 minutes. Again, no rated R stuff, it's just them sitting next to each other, and there isn't anything special. So that's literally all her videos, and you do get to see a couple twerking videos. Again, very short. I don't think it's worth the $20 price range. If you want to see twerking videos for her, Google it, YouTube it, it exists. It's on her Instagram stories. They can see that people have saved and uploaded on YouTube, so nothing too special. Now, last but not least, like I said, if you want to get anything else, you do have to tip or get the extra stuff on her DMs. I don't think it's worth it. Like, she has a picture for $10, and she does give gifts to renewals, but to be honest, there isn't really any point in renewing if her base content's pretty crappy. Again, if you love Lacey K. Summers and you're obsessed with her and you want to see her interview other girls she's making content with, and the interview is just about the content they're filming, You might like it. I don't really see why you would pay $20 for that unless you're an ultra simp. Please don't do that. Get your life together if you ever think of ever doing that with her or anyone else. Trust me. So, overall, pretty shitty OnlyFans account. I would definitely say it's top. It's within my top 5 of worst OnlyFans, and I don't think it's worth it by any means. If you like I said, if you guys are expecting anything rated R nudity on her end, on her body, you're not seeing any of that. So, whoever recommended me this, thanks, but fuck you at the same time. I wasted $20 for nothing. Again, I don't really care about Laci K Summer, so I didn't really have any high expectations. Or any expectations at all coming into this subscription besides the 11 million followers. I'm like, man, what is she doing? But nonetheless, thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe. If you guys have any suggestions, leave in the comments below. There's a Google form. Please fill that out. I'm going to tell people how to fill that out because apparently people don't know how to follow simple instructions. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. It's just easier on my end. So thanks again, guys, and have a good day. Bye.